Well, it's a lot cooler tonight. I got my headers, I got my motor, I got some tools, I got a radio, and I got a fan. So I'm going to try to swap out these headers tonight. I've never done this before. I'm kind of really excited to do this. Camrys take me about 30 to 45 minutes to put them on. I'm going to start a timer. Let's see what time it is right now. Time is 3:14. So let's get going on this. See how long it takes me to put these headers on. Hopefully it's comparable to a Camry. Now, I was told I'm probably going to have to sawzall a bit around to get some of this stuff off. I'm going to try to unbolt as much as I can and see how far it gets. Let's go! Well, that took a lot longer than a Camry. Let's just put it that way. Time now is 4:03. So that means that took me 45 minutes to do. Now I've never done one of these before, so I did kind of have to try to line it up to see which one goes front. I've determined that this one goes front, I think. Figured if I put it the other way, it wouldn't really clear the alternator in the back, and this way here it clears this motor mount pretty nicely. But some things that I noticed, let's see if I can find my light. Right down there, I actually had to cut the top of that bolt off that comes out of the block to make it so it didn't go into the header. Now, this is my first time doing Lumina headers. I actually did have to cut the exhaust gasket as well and reinstall it. I figured it was going to be way too tight. The dipstick, I actually had to move the dipstick out because it went between the headers. Now, if it wasn't such a solid backing, maybe it would have went in a little bit easier. But these are really tight. You guys that run a lot of these Lumina headers, is that good or is that bad? I think it's going to maybe start melting the spark plug wires. Tried to zip tie them up out of the way. They're not really touching, but they're really close. I thought the front side would be the easy side, so that's why I did it first. But now I got to do the back, and if it took me 45 minutes to do the front, let's see how long it takes me to do the back. just forgot to do this. I actually haven't started on the backside yet, but time now is 4:07. So let's get going. We'll time ourselves to the back. We're 45 for the front. Let's see how long the back takes. Well, I've done it. I got both headers on. Time now is 4:56. Just want to make sure she's in park because I am going to start her up for you. Now, this is my first time ever doing W-body headers. I've got some concerns. I've got some questions. This back one is basically touching these power steering lines. Does that have an issue with heating up the power steering fluid? It's pretty much touching the transmission filler neck. It's pretty much jammed that into the firewall. I've already tried to bend it out. I tried putting it up through here, but it didn't really want to go through there. So I'm not really sure on if I have it in the right spot or if that's done it wrong. But this header is right against that firewall, and I've cut out the whole drip tray. As you can see, the drip tray is supposed to be here. You can see it right there, and then I've extended it over to here. So you guys actually have to modify the drip trays on these. Now, everybody keeps telling me putting W-body headers on is easy. This is not easy. I was probably almost 2 hours from start to finish to put these headers on. When a Camry header from start to finish will take me maybe 35 minutes maximum, because you got to take off the alternator, or at least swing it out of the way. Here you got to take off your air conditioning, take this whole mount off. This heat shield is broke almost every bolt. Getting this thing out was horrible, just horrible. But you guys all want headers on my car, so this is what I gotta do to keep you happy, I guess. Now, I am gonna start this thing up. It is in park because we do not want the car to drive through the wall. Eddie. Anyway, let's start this thing up. Okay, first start up, new headers. You ready? I guess not, because we gotta attach the negative. Take the negative off every time I weld. These 95 and older computers are not exactly common up here in Ontario. Pretty much any domestic 95 and older is really not that common because the rust up here. So, let's see if we can get this thing to turn on. Fuel pump's on. She's in park. I kind of actually like these headers. They're quite loud, but you know what? That's what you guys are after, is loud headers. These are the first products I've got from this company called Smoken Headers. But, I don't know. Do you guys have these problems with your headers, companies that you guys use? Let me know down in the comments. Just so you guys know, this video is not sponsored. I actually paid for these headers. So, giving my honest opinion about them. Thanks for watching very much. See you guys back here tomorrow.